Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 12th of December. So let's have a look at the possible risk content of today. I'll bring you to the Forex calendar. So Thursday, so we've got the ECB meeting, we've got the Swiss National Bank at 8:30, and then we've got the ECB at 1:15, then 1:45. So they're key if you're looking at the euro at the moment. We'll see what's done there. Expected to see a 0.25 cut there on their main financing rate in Europe, and is expected to see a cut actually in the Swiss National Bank, Swissy as well. There, the policy rate expected to come down 0.25%, running back softly. Other figures there. Let's just update this. We've seen employment rate, so the Aussies benefited overnight there. Employment looking a bit rosier. That will keep him the idea of keeping interest rates higher for longer. Okay, we'll leave it there. Let's get on, look at the technicals here, starting off with the euro dollar. And well, after a solid down day again yesterday, we're seeing at the moment a bit of a rally. How long this will last, we'll see. We got into a bit of a move up there yesterday, sort of up to midday before it rolled back again. We'll see what's happening again. It's here. It's put new lows in. It's not filling me with the idea of going long on it for sure. Although it's a descending channel, and at some point it might break that channel and push on. But the bigger picture to me still suggests downside for now, at least. Now, when that the point at which that properly changes is if we break the high of the 6th of December. So if we can break that high, well, we'll have put in yet another higher low in there. So for now, though, it remains on the bearish side of things, but not from where it is at the moment. The pound, similar sort of case, although I say similar, it's more consolidated. It never broke down quite as far as everything else, and it's recovered each time. As you can see this week, it's barely moving in real terms. Hasn't really got off the starting blocks. It's flown up a few times, pulled back, but it's in a tight range, pushing back towards the highs there. Nothing really driving this at the moment. US dollar yen. Well, excuse me, the yen looked like it was going to maybe stall into, and yesterday, I think when I was looking at it, looked like it might have stalled, but it didn't take too long before it pushed up, and it just didn't look good then. I'm not interested in shorting it for where it is at the moment. There may be more opportunities, but looking quite looking bullish again. The dollar yen effectively at this stage, although it is into resistance at this point. Aussie dollar taking a bounce yesterday. It just ran down into its quarterly pivot there. Sorry, that's the yearly pivot, yearly S1, bounced off the yearly S1. It's gone from pillar to post a little bit here. It's also its weekly S1, so a bit of confluence there, and it's come back up to its weekly pivot. We'll see what it can do from here. Be quite nice if we saw a bit of a reversal. This would actually look quite tidy in this whole scheme of things, with this bigger downward trend. So we'll watch what happens here on the 4 hourlies. It's softened up a little bit. It has done quite a lot this morning, as in pushed it up through its R1, R2. Maybe the levels have been reached, and we could see it rolling back, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But I quite like the idea from a 4 hourly picture if this starts rolling over from where it is now. Okay, US dollar CAD. So I didn't pick up on yesterday's data on the CAD. Let's just go back a step here. What happened on the overnight rate was cut as expected. There was a note on the bank conference Okay, so the press conference notes, source release speech 45 minutes earlier, so it's a recorded speech by the looks of things there. Anyway, for now, it had some sort of reaction. It was, as I said, the 0.5% cut was all priced into this market. Market's very efficient at pricing in things at any given time. It's quite ugly where it sits. I'm looking at it okay on an hourly basis. It has done this sort of extended double top, but it's not really moving. Yes, it got the news there and it sort of moved away quite strongly, but it came most of the way back there. To me, it still looks relatively soft, but not an opportunity at the moment. New Zealand dollar, this is like the Aussie, get the bounce here. It's not pushed up quite as far. It's again bear flaggy sort of territory we're looking at this stage. Only up as far as its daily R1 at the moment, running off its pivot. This might be interesting. I prefer the Aussie action off of a pivot, but we could get a breakdown that may be interested in shorting it below its 50-34 area. Okay, dollar Swissy. It's, well, not really shaping up too well with news out later on. It's very risky. I would leave that actually. I don't know why I'm even really looking at it too much. Euro yen. Euro yen coming to the underside of its pivot here. Euro yen still looks like it's got further upside. Anything I'm looking at euro yen and starting to do its analysis, and of course we got the ECB meeting. So like the euro pound already short on this, looking well, the stop should be tracked down actually on this, and I might do that in a short while. It's price is moving towards where the stop should be. I don't want to let everything go back to where it was. I want to get a return out of this price or move, but it's just enough. You just need to give it enough to naturally breathe effectively. It's very close. I could just exit it, of course, because it looks like it's turning. We've got news later. Might make a decision on that later this morning. We'll see what it does here. Okay, Euro Aussie, and let's stop looking at these Euro pairs, not worth looking at because of the news. The Pound Aussie then, and let's get rid of the channel for a moment. Let's hide that up. There we go. So what we got here, high lows coming through. There's quite a retrace there. Looks like a completely different market. So Pound Aussie rolled back here quite strongly off its monthly R2, coming back towards its weekly. Maybe the Aussie, that data, the jobs data for the Aussie, has really taken its effect here. So nothing to be seen there. Pound New Zealand hasn't pulled back so much. This could. I mean, there is this sort of bull flag pattern still there, still looking on the more bullish side of things. A trend line across the top here. This could be of interest later. So we'll just see what happens. It's a bit away from it at the moment. I'll keep an eye on that. So not interested in that, but that's all right. As I'm going through these, I'll run through. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's move on and I'll look at the rest post 8 o'clock. Gold for the regulars here. That interesting gold. It's still looking relatively positive here. As I said yesterday, it's probably putting this. It is putting a sort of Gartley pattern in there. We'll see how much more it can push up. It is pretty levelish at the moment with the previous highs. So it's tested that, failed initially, but well, we'll see if it fails again and starts rolling. In which case it won't have formed a proper Gartley. Okay, oil. Still quite tight here. Yesterday ended up quite positive, but barely moved this morning. Very tight price action here today at this stage. Yesterday it did break out of its rising wedgie pattern, come back, retested it in the afternoon there, and then flew off. But I haven't been trading it this week. It's been so messy for many of the days, and it's not in a clear trend. There is a ranging trend, but quite different. Okay, S&P's off fractionally this morning. Had a bit of a recovery yesterday, heading back towards making some new all-time highs possibly. Nothing to be seen here at the moment. Maybe if you're looking at the long side, and I mean the long side is probably the best side to be on this market. You could be looking for a break later of the trend line here, but we certainly had a shove up there yesterday. We could see this follow through into today at some stage. Okay, S&Ps, the FTSE quite a mess still. I'll walk away from that. DAX, this has been making new all-time highs. It's not far away from that high at the moment. Again, this could, the way it's consolidating here at some stage, push on through. A little bit softer at the moment, but a little bit of gapping by looks of things on the hourlies here. The DAX might go on the fact that if the S&Ps push up there a little bit more, it might just give it a little bit more oomph behind these equity markets. Right, I shall leave it there. I wish you a great day's trading, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.